What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into On Air with the one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane, in the place to be. What's good, y'all? Happy Tuesday. I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and then I hope you guys are having a great day. Oh my gosh, it is another week of May. Listen, it's going to be May because it's going to be D today, okay? Listen, tonight we are going to have a star-studded show. I just need to get into the introduction of what we got going on this beautiful. Because look, we didn't put this show together tonight for y'all. This is a lineup like, oh my goodness, like I told y'all, each week we are like getting doper and doper and doper with our guests. So this week and tonight's show, we have Laurieann Gibson. Y'all know Miss Laurieann Gibson, Boom Cat herself, dance extraordinaire, creative director, choreographer. Now she is a author with her brand new book, Dance Your Dance. Listen, y'all got to be dancing y'all dance, get into your truth, get into your passion, know yourself, know your worth. So this book is the guide to get you on your way with all that dopeness that I just said, right? And then we got Vedo, Penn Franklin, the multi-platinum recording artist and songwriter who has the brand new single, You Got It, that you guys know. Well, it's brand new to some of y'all because y'all just catching up to who Vedo is. But Vedo been doing his amazing. He's been doing amazing and doing the damn thing since forever. Y'all gotta get hip. Y'all getting hip now. But he's got the latest project for you that we talk about on this evening show. And I'm looking forward for y'all to get into the show, get into these interviews, because when I tell you guys, these are conversations like no other, I even got tongue-tied, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Y'all know we is all natural over here, except for the face. But shout outs to me. I really did that today. Really did that. I really did that. But that is going to be our show for today. So you guys don't want to miss a beat whatsoever. Like, not a beat, but, you know, y'all don't want to miss a beat at all. Tonight, we're going to also get into Dear Duane. We're going to have entertainment news. We are going to just talk this evening because, first of all, did you guys watch Vezuz with Xscape? SWV, like Xscape versus SWV versus Xscape, however y'all want to say it, because y'all like to pick favorites. I don't pick favorites whatsoever. I love both groups. Shout outs to the 90s. Shout outs to R&B. Shout outs to just women empowerment. Shout outs to the ladies. Ladies, your boy always holding it down for y'all. Vezuz was so amazing, like super amazing. But I don't want to talk about entertainment news in Vezuz quite yet. But on entertainment news, we're going to talk about Vezuz. We're going to talk about J. Cole, Pop Smoke. We're going to talk about Justin Bieber. We're going to talk about Broadway coming back in September. Yes, Broadway is coming back in September. We're going to talk about XXX. We're going to talk about Justin Bieber. We are going to talk all things music and entertainment when we get to entertainment news tonight. But first, let's get into our interview with our boy Vedo, because like I said, he's got that platinum single that actually just was certified platinum, got certified platinum last month. You Got It. You guys have been hearing it all over the radio, all over social media. Vedo has got this slamming project that you guys might not have heard, but y'all need to check it out if you haven't. It's called For You, and he's also got a brand new single called For Me featuring Jacquees that is out right now, so you guys need to go check out that single. But listen, let's get into this interview with Vedo right now, and we'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane, in the place to be right here, right now. We've got our boy, R&B recording artist and songwriter Vedo joined with us. What's going on, V?
Hey, Vic, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Listen, I'm good, and I'm so glad that we're able to chat with you today because, like, you know, you got it.
Yeah.
Project, like, congratulations on all the success with this project because this is your third project, and you've been at this like really hard since like 2012.
Yeah, man. I've been doing it for a while, man. From covers to mixtapes to free shows, everything, anything that was that's designed to put my name out there and push me out there more as an artist. I've been just putting myself in that position to be a part of it. So yeah, man. Third album. This is my second viral single, but my first single to ever go gold and almost platinum. We're almost platinum.
Wow. So how does that feel to know that this single it has gone viral and it's going platinum as well too. Like just the success of it is just like going crazy.
Man.
Everybody knows this song if they love R&B music.
Yep. I mean, it's mind blowing, man, because the precedents had been set for a long time that you had to be signed to a major label, you had to have a big budget, you had to be on radio, you got to do this, got to do that. But I think over the years, man, the internet and these kids have shown these major labels that no, you don't need a big budget. All you need is internet. Right. And it's just been mind blowing for me, man, to see how far TikTok and Instagram and Twitter has taken this record. Mind you, like I said, I'm still independent, so it hits different when it's independent versus having to be signed to a major label to cut that pie 100 different ways. So it's been a blessing in many aspects.
Yeah, and you've had a journey going through like the process of being an independent artist. You're also a songwriter, as I mentioned, and just learning like the tools of being an artist. When you discovered you loved R&B and you wanted to be an R&B singer at 12, and then 14 really executing that and stuff like that, and
yeah,
as well too. How was it learning those tools? Because YouTube was one of those things that you utilize, and even you still do utilize with doing covers like that. Like that's not anything that you stopped doing. You stay consistent with
it. Yeah, and mainly because the way that everything is set up now, like YouTube and Facebook they've created ways where these creators can get paid. However, like you said, like it was a must to learn these tools as far as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, because you started to see things right there. You started to see everything transition right before your eyes. It wasn't anything, it wasn't really big back then, but then I seen how the industry and social media started to take a turn and really be a pivotal tool for these other artists. And I just jumped ahead of the game, man. I was like, I gotta learn YouTube. I gotta learn YouTube because at the time I know a bunch of cover artists who were actually making money by doing these covers and getting known by and getting seen by these superstars, and that's when I started doing, the covers of Adele and Sam Smith and Beyonce and stuff like that. And man, when I tell you, that probably was the best thing I could have ever done to like pop off my fan base. That's my advice to anybody that wants to really be seen. Go to YouTube. YouTube is still the number one video streaming platform in the world today.
Yeah, it really is. And Google, they have always had a way of figuring things out, even with Google like that. Like they always got something in that.
They got something. They're always a step ahead, man. And I think that's what'll always set them apart. They're always a step ahead. They do the research. They do the research, and they know where stuff is going. You know what I mean? And I think that's what keeps them great.
So what research did you have to do, like before fully coming into your artistry? Would you say that it was just kind of utilizing the tools of social media as well? Because I know that business was a big part of that. So what were some of those things?
So the research that I had to figure out what was it that these cover artists were doing that I wasn't doing, right? And so upon my research, I started to realize, like, okay, because I'm an old soul, man. I love older songs from Stevie Wonder to Otis Redding to Hall and Oates, and back then I wanted to showcase my vocal ability, right? Not necessarily doing a song that was commercial or for radio, right? So I did my research and I found that nobody was really searching Stevie Wonder, Ribbon in the Sky. Nobody was searching Hall and Oates, Sarah Smile. You know what I mean? Nobody was searching that. So my research, I found that the songs that were being searched were the ones that were hits right then. The Justin Biebers, the Adeles, like I said, the Sam Smiths, the Usher. Everybody was searching those names. So it clicked. Like, yo, we gotta do some up-tempo covers, man. You gotta do some current covers, man. And I started doing current covers. World Star Hip Hop started picking the videos up because everybody would the minute you type in Chris Brown, my cover will come up under his video. So it's like, yo, who is this guy? The algorithm of it. You know what I'm saying? The way I worded the description, the way I worded the title. And all of that mattered. Like everything matters from the tags we use and everything. And that's what I found out from my research for YouTube. And with Instagram, I found that less is more. You post a picture, don't post a 350 word caption. because nobody's going to read that. Nobody's going to read that. Keep it simple. People can like it, comment, and keep it moving versus somebody trying to have to read the whole novel, you know. So I mean, you're just doing research about the way certain things work, man, and like, you know, it's all about what you do and what you put, you know, like I said, in your description is really, really lets you know which category your video is going to fall under.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because you will see moments where people write the long ass so like that. I'm sure once you follow me on Instagram, you'll be like, wait a minute, that's a little lengthy.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it depends too though, man, because if you have a platform of fans that know that's just who you are, they're going to read it. But from a standpoint of newcomers, they don't really know. People like, because that's the thing, man. Let's just face it, man. This generation, especially generation, man, now that the attention span is like this.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So they get to reading the first couple lines. If you ain't caught them within the first couple lines, they scrolling. They didn't forgot to like the picture. So much they got to read. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean about just keeping it short and simple. And I had to learn that as well.
Yeah, especially like you said, because people that are like in our age group or younger, they're like, I don't want to read all that. I just want to get to what it is. And even on your social media, you got this one song that you previewed that everybody's like, drop this.
Yeah.
Me and You record. So when is that drop? Is that going to be on the next project?
Yeah. So yeah, it's actually it's not solidified as a single yet, but it will definitely be on the next project. What I do is I tease fans with you know, those little snippets of songs, whether it be something about love or to be something about sex. It also, and usually if my fans pay attention, which they do, you know, you see some comments like, oh, Vedo's getting ready to drop, because he usually starts previewing snippets of the songs that he, you know, of different songs on the album. So that's how people know it's getting close to drop time. But as of right now, the album is done. It's in the mix and mastering stages right now. And looking to drop within the next 30 to 45 days.
What? Just like that?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, look,
like
I'm dropping all types of projects.
Yo, I'm already listening. As soon as this one come out, I'm back in the lab working on the next one. Bam. We can't stop.
Yeah.
People, like I said before, people's attention span is short. It's short, man.
It is. And with this album for you, like, how did you come up with like the concept for the whole entire project? Because like you got a record for everybody. Like you can't skip this project. Like you gotta listen straight through them.
Well, man, I think the concept, I simply wanted to just make this album for you, right? I want anybody to listen to it. I want them to feel like this album was for them. And I wanted, you know, even talking to my manager, I didn't want to do nothing, you know, that's this long acronym or this, that, and the third. I wanted something as simple as for you. Number one, the first song may not be for you, but the second song may be for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just wanted everybody to have, you know, to listen to this album and take something away from it. And that was really where the concept came from, because I felt like everybody likes, you know, to feel something is personalized, you know, something is for them. And I think I wanted to, like, it was my gift to the fans and like my gift to the newcomers. Like, hey, this is for you. Whether it's a moment where you can pull up on your significant other, or where it's a moment where you need to, you know, be encouraged and motivated by, you got it.
Yeah, and you really hit every point on this album. Like I can't pick a favorite, but definitely the first four, the project, definitely my favorite, especially Pull Up.
Yeah, man, the Pull Up, and you know the Pull Up, man. It's not really a deep, intricate record, but it feels good though. You know what I mean? It's simple, it's cut to the chase, man. I think that's where a lot of people kind of lose people, man, when they try to make people think too much. You know, when you try to make a listener think too much about your lyrics and what you were trying to say, or all these big metaphors and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't listen to music. I gotta think, especially when I've been drinking. I'm not trying to think about what you meant. I just need to know the point you're trying to get across. Yeah, I'm trying to hear a good record. You know,
the metaphors be killing me sometimes too. And
don't get me wrong, they're not bad, but they can overuse them sometimes.
They do get way overused, especially when people are like, wait, what's that mean? And sometimes simple is better.
Yes, less is more, for sure.
So for you, with like the writing of this project, what would you say what was different versus the previous projects, or what was similar? Like what kind of things that you kind of keep in the
Well, sorry to cut you off, but the last project, which was Vedo, I was able to get my inspiration from like everything around me, right? Meeting people, talking to people, going places, traveling. But for you, I was kind of forced into solitude by COVID. And so I had to actually snatch ideas out of the air. I had to do things that I would normally do, call people and talk to them on the phone. How you doing? How your day going? What you been up to? Just to kind of get inspiration. So that was one thing that was different. I had to come up with a different creative process, which I think worked out. I think it worked in my favor with the success that you got it. Um, I kind of had to like. It took me a little longer to write the songs because I didn't really have a bunch of different things going on at the time because I was locked in the house with my girl and my daughter. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much different. Once I got past the creative part, the recording process was pretty much the same.
Right. So, and you released this in March of last year. So you were actually like recording like while this part.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I was recording. Yes, I was recording before then. And mind you, a lot of stuff had been coming, especially with COVID. We had been hearing about COVID for a while, and then it finally hit. Bam! Now everybody locked in the crib.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally right. That week that you dropped was literally that was it.
That was it, man. When I tell you, I had so many interviews and radio interviews lined up in New York and LA. Everything was cut.
Yeah, you about to really hit that press run strong.
Yeah,
New York.
Yeah. And I'm talking about when I say strong, I was gonna be out there for probably about 2-3 weeks.
Woo!
Yeah,
you was in everybody.
Everybody. I was, renting cars, driving down to places, like literally. But I mean, everything happens for a reason, man. It is what it is.
How would you say like this quarantine has definitely like helped your creativity, and then not only just your creativity, but staying connected with your fans since you already had a great piece of already keeping that consistent?
Yeah, with my creativity, man, it just helped me strengthen different areas of writing, different techniques in writing. Like I mentioned, having to just pull shit from the air. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and just pull stuff from the air and be creative like that. Because like I said, it was easy for me to meet somebody and get inspiration from them, right? It allowed me time to find myself. It allowed me time to like just relax and unwind. Because I was always on the go, on the move all the time. And it forced me to sit down. And, just doing that, I kind of find myself with my strength in my relationship with my girl. I got to know my daughter, her do's and don'ts, and what she like and what she like and don't like. So it definitely, it helped me in a way. It helped me with streaming. My streaming went up 50% because everybody was in the house.
World.
Yeah, because everybody was in the house and couldn't go nowhere. So my streaming went up like crazy.
Yeah. And what would you say you even learned about the streaming game and stuff like that? If you had to tell any up and coming artists or just any independent artists that are trying to really break through?
Be patient. Be patient. Continue to release music because that first song gonna get 500 plays. The next song will get 600. The third song will get 1,500. And then so on and so forth. You just got to be patient and be consistent because every song that you release will reach someone new.
Yeah.
And just keep in mind, just know streaming is the most important, one of the most important aspects in this industry. And because it translates directly to sales.
Yeah.
And what does everybody want to do as an artist? They want to sell albums. They want to sell, singles and things like that. So learn the streaming process and just be patient.
Yeah. They definitely have to be patient because a lot of them are like, let's do it tomorrow. No,
right.
Get your shit in order before you want to
play. You got it
tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta be strategic with this right here, man. Playlisting and things like that, man. Like you gotta know what you're doing. You can't just be dropping music and not have any knowledge of what to do.
Yeah, definitely. So this single, you got it, and honestly, your success, what you've been doing in your careers like that, it's no surprise, honestly, that the song has received the accolades that it has. The concept is amazing because you gotta feel that confidence. Even fellas gotta feel confidence. Like fuck what's going on. Like you're dope.
Yep.
You gotta have that credit.
Yeah, you gotta get that right, man. I think in certain aspects in life, man, we should all big each other up on. We shouldn't big each other up on going to buy designer or who can buy the most bottles in the club. let's big each other up on what's going to change our lives in the long run. Credit, getting, going to school, finishing school, things like that. That's important to me.
Yeah, it's definitely important, and I think that people have to also remember that all the flashing lights and all the stuff, that the dollars ain't gonna die with you.
Nah, period. But one thing you can leave is a legacy.
Yep.
It's something for your kids to be able to take and make something even bigger. Because all them designer clothes, by the time it's gonna be out of style, it's gonna be on to something new there.
Yeah, they definitely will. And speaking of legacy, being a father, before I even talk about being a songwriter, because that's a legacy there, and having that publishing and make sure all the business, tact for your daughters like that, or any future kids that you have, you and your girl. But how is it being a father, like, before these times and even during these times, and like just kind of even explaining to your daughter what is going on in the world, and just kind of being that extra comfort for her?
Yeah. Well, man, it has taught me tremendous patience. There's tremendous understanding, unconditional love. I think what having a daughter did for me was it allowed my thinking process to elevate to new heights. It's like, okay, now, you get $100,000. Do you go spend 50? No. You put 80 away, and you pinch out that 20 until something else come in. Those are like, just setting yourself up for the future, because at the end of the day, I don't want my daughter to go through what I went through growing up, not having anything. It has taught me that, and even after the pandemic, I feel like the pandemic was a perfect time for me to have a daughter, because it allowed me to say, it forced me to sit down and understand a newborn baby, and understand the process and the steps of, from firstborn to 3 months to 6 months. Now she's about to be 1. I've been able to see that transition firsthand. Whereas if the pandemic wouldn't have happened, who knows? Like, I'd probably be on the road 3-4 months. I'd probably miss 3-4 months of her, growth. You know what I mean? So I think the pandemic allowed me to just, hone in and just really get to know her.
Yeah, and that's important. I feel like people look at the pandemic as like a bad thing, but I've been looking at it like, yo, you better go get a bag.
You better listen. You better understand, a 9 to 5 ain't gonna cut it. Just having 9 to 5 ain't gonna cut it.
It's not. It is not going to cut it at all. And you've been killing the songwriting game as well too.
Yeah.
Usher, LMA, Chris, August. Like, even in the K-pop world too, with EXO, like,
yeah. So it's been, I've got my hand in a few pots, man. It's just been a journey with that too, man. I was writing songs for 10 years before anybody ever opened an email from me. I was writing songs, just sending them to Ghost. People putting it in the trash, sending it to spam folder. But when one person finally opened that email up, man, that was it.
No, that's a good thing. And were you ever like nervous about fully like pursuing being a songwriter, wanting to be an artist, or did you kind of look at that as an opportunity to get you to the next
I looked at it as an opportunity to get me to the next level. I never let being a songwriter basically scare me out of being an artist. I felt like, I'm gonna use these talents to get some money, you know what I'm saying, to fund my own artist career and stay independent. That's how I looked at it. It didn't scare me out of anything.
Because a lot of times what happens is we'll have like the great R&B songwriters that are really meant to be artists, or they want to be that, but they have the difficulties of actually, pushing that. So you not having that difficulties and struggle at all is honestly a true blessing.
Nah.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't really tripping. I didn't want to be a songwriter at first because I didn't want to get my songs with the people that I didn't know. But once I started seeing them, right. So, once I seen the publishing checks and things like that start coming back, I was like, hey, I got more. You go some more songs.
Right. And how would you say like that has honestly helped shape you as an artist too? Because there are some artists that get into songwriting and stuff like that outside of just full face artists too.
Yeah, it shaped me well, man, because I feel like as a songwriter, I have to give them hits and I still have to write them for myself.
Yeah.
So, it allowed me to just dig deeper when it comes to writing songs and try to outdo the next song, compete with myself. So doing that has helped me, and it's almost like anytime I do land a placement, it's always a big one. It's always a big one. Yeah. So it's just helped me just kind of hone in on my craft and just make sure that I could come harder than the last time.
Right. Because I know once you had got the record placed with Usher and stuff like that, and you guys had previously worked stuff like that, I know you were like, yo, this is like a real surface moment, right?
Yeah, man, it was crazy, man, because I went from just having a record placed on Usher to having a record placed on Usher that's now a single featuring LMA.
Right.
So that was a blessing. That was a big blessing.
Yeah, that is a blessing. And out of these records on the For You project, which records would you say are like your top 4 favorites that you like always go to and listen to?
The Pull Up is one. I would say Queen Vibes.
Yeah, that's one. That's a gem.
As Long As You Know. And I would say You Got It too, man. I would say You Got It as well.
And can we talk about Queen Vibes and just that record, and even like how it's still uplifting to the women? Like your music does that. Like it just really gives women the sense of, okay, I can be this Black queen and stuff like that, because we got other records from other artists and they not doing it like you're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some attempts, but it doesn't really come across the way mine come across. But Queen Vibes, man, it's just, I wanted to say it in a way that my generation can understand. Like you giving off Queen Vibes to me is you showing up. You know what I'm saying? You showing up, you wearing a dress that's fitted, you look good, but you ain't got you ain't got your ass all out, you ain't got all this, but you still giving me, I'm talking about sexy, gorgeous vibes, right?
Right.
But you got, you coming up there with your hair all natural, you got your degree going on, you still having fun though. You still respectful. You're not gonna let nobody disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a man or a woman, those are Queen Vibes. Queen Vibes is, not letting, not putting your guard down for somebody, because, for example, because you meet somebody who you've been wanting, just like a famous person, meeting a famous person, and you still sticking to your principles and morals. Those are Queen Vibes to me, because a lot of times people meet these stars and, they let their guard down and become.
They do.
Whatever. But when you got somebody who's content with themselves and like, nah, look here, so I know who I am.
Right.
Regardless of, and this, regardless of race, regardless of where you're from, anything, Queen Vibes come from all women.
Yeah. And I think it's good for women to just have that reminder with your music. So look, I appreciate you for even doing that, because we got to play some good jams for them. They just listen to the shit and it's like, come on.
You can't, it's not always about turning up in the club, taking shots, twerking. It's, sometimes you got to be around the house, clean up, get motivation. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Sit down, doing homework, listening to some R&B.
And you got some good turn up vibe records too on this project too, but it's not like heavy on this project.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that I wanted to kind of, give it a balance. I got some real slow ones, I got some mids, and I got some ups. I think this new album will be kind of the same. I think it'll be the same vibe, but just better songs. I love to find a balance with everything that I do, and I think I've done that well.
Yeah, you're doing it well. And speaking of balance, how are you feeling with like how now we're seeing a really good balance? It's not just one thing.
It's almost there. It's not there yet. It's almost there. We got like you said, her, SZA. You got I forget his name, Jivion. You got me.
Right.
Yeah, you got me. You got Eric Bellinger. You got some people who coming through swinging, man. But I think it's gonna take a little more. I think it'll take a little more eyes being put on R&B. Like a little more people got to start pushing that R&B back out to the forefront like it was before. And I think once that's done, I think then we'll start to really see a shift in the way R&B has been over the years. But I think we're on a good path though. I think we're on a good path.
I think
it's still a little lopsided. Yeah, it's still a little lopsided, but we get it.
It's lopsided because we have these artists that are trying to be R&B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They over there. We love the melodicness.
No, yeah, we do, man. But if you go, let's classify it as something else. Classify it as R&B. Let's classify it as melodic rap or melodic. You know what I'm saying? Something.
Yeah. Like the genre. Don't come over here.
Yeah, because y'all putting y'all contaminating the water.
Definitely are. But Vedo, it was good chatting with you to talk about, this project, what you've got going on and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to this new project. So it's coming, definitely coming in the next few weeks.
Yeah, next month or so, man. It's coming, dog. Trust me, it's coming.
And are you going to shoot any videos? Because I know with for you, do videos. So are we going to do that as well?
Yeah, budget is a little bigger this time, so we're looking to do about 3 to 4 videos. Yeah. So it's looking good.
Not crazy on them.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. So where can all the fans follow you as far as social media is concerned, so they can stay up to date with you?
Everything is Vedo the Singer. That's VEDO THESINGER. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud. What else? Facebook fan page. Everything. Snapchat. What is Triller? What's the other one? TikTok. Yeah. So everything is Vedo the Singer, man. So follow the movement. Really got some big things happening, man. And just stay tuned.
Exactly. Oh, we gotta ask you about your signature tag with the "It's Vedo Baby" and then being recognized as Penn Franklin. Where did you come up with the decision to just kind of keep both of those going?
Oh man, It's Vedo Baby kind of happened when I just felt like, I'm gonna tell you what It's Vedo Baby came from. It's Vedo Baby came from when I was doing my covers and songs. People, other independent artists, other artists would steal my song, and because I really had no way if nobody really knew me at the time.
Yeah,
it was like they would think it's them. So that prompted me to come up with something that I could tag, and I usually do it right before I start singing, so it's hard to cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do it way in the beginning where you still got all this time left before I start singing. But that's where it really prompted, man, and it worked. It stick with people, and every time you hear It's Vedo Baby, you know it's me. Benjamin Franklin is just an alias I call myself, man. I say Benjamin Franklin because I feel like my pen has been a segue for me to get to Benjamin Franklin, which is the $100 bill.
No, that's unique, and I love it. It gives people a reminder of they gotta be on top of their ownership when it comes to their craft.
For sure, 100%.
The fact that you pin that as your AKA and then doing that tag right in the beginning, it's solid. It just gives me.
It goes. It works. I mean, if it works, it works. Don't change it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you think about the legacy of Michael Jackson and Prince, what comes to mind when you think of those amazing artists? And then, what are some of your favorites from them?
Well, when I think of Prince and Michael Jackson, I think of no boundaries. I think of just limitless potential to be absolutely as big as the universe will allow you. Michael Jackson is absolutely the best, the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Prince is, just being honest, I'm not really a big Prince fan, but I gotta say that I'm a fan of Purple Rain. I mean, of course, that's cliche because that's like the biggest song, but I would have to say, just those two, man, really pushed, and even in their passing, man, they're still pushing the envelope for artists to be like them, or if not better, because people strive to do those numbers that they did. People strive to sell 750 million albums worldwide. That's the pinnacle of selling albums and singles. So when I think of them and I think of limitless possibilities, there's nothing Prince couldn't do. There's nothing Michael Jackson couldn't do, and there's nothing I can't do.
With the fact of they've sold diamond records, and it's
it's absolutely it's astonishing, bro. Like the amount of money these guys made in records and sold. Like Michael Jackson was more popular than God himself. Right. At one point in his career, you know what I mean? Like literally more popular than God himself. So that lets you know the impact this guy had on the world.
Yeah. Good. And
Yep.
your boy Usher's playing.
Yeah, you know it.
All right, guys. So that was our interview with Vedo. Man, I told y'all that was a dope conversation. Listen, make sure y'all check out Vedo's latest and newest single with Jacquees For Me, which is on all DSPs. Make sure if you guys haven't heard You Got It, I know you guys have heard You Got It, and his latest project For You. It's all on all DSPs. Check it out, check it out, check it out. We got our interview with Laurieann Gibson coming up next. But we want to get into some entertainment news. First of all, I want to also correct myself. We're not doing Dear Duane this week. We'll do it next week. So make sure that you submit all your questions via info@onairwithdavid.com or DM us at David Duane or On Air with David on Instagram. Look, we got so much entertainment news that we have got to get through all of this. So no Dear Duane. I want to get to all these interviews. I want to have a little bit of shorter of a show this evening and stuff like that because I'm tired. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. It's not about being tired, but I want to have a shorter bit of the show because we got a lot of entertainment news to get to. And let's talk about the Vezuz battle with SWV and Xscape that was on Saturday, Mother's Day weekend celebration. Shout outs to all the mothers. Shout outs to all the fathers who step it up and, hold it down for their children and to be like a mother figure. So that, not saying that y'all mothers, but there's a lot of men that, step up in ways that women should step up. And there's women that really just hold it down. Ladies, like I said, it's all about the ladies. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all do it effortlessly. I want to say this Vezuz battle was definitely one of the best battles thus far. I mean, look. For me, it's definitely second to Brandy and Monica, okay? For one. And then third to Jill and Erica, because that was one of my favorites. And then DMX, rest in peace to DMX, and Snoop Dogg was definitely an amazing Vezuz as well, too. I didn't actually watch that one until later. Oh, but Jagged Edge and 112 was good, too. Jagged and 112, that was a good Vezuz, so that definitely was a good Vezuz. It was just the sound was not all the way there, stuff like that. But that's okay. But let's get into the Vezuz battle because I absolutely love SWV and Xscape. This was so freaking dope just to hear so many of the records from the 90s to the 2000s that we know them for. Some of y'all were just getting hip to their incredible catalog, but look, I grew up in the 90s. I'm 1993, so I know their catalog. But let's go into some of these records that they play. First of all, I want to shout out to DJ A1 and DJ Spinderella because they killed it, okay? They definitely killed it and held it down as far as DJs were concerned. DJ A1 was Xscape's DJ, and then Spinderella spin for our girls, SWV. I mean, they all are girls, but listen, the ladies were with the ladies, and it was so dope. If y'all didn't see it, y'all gotta go back to Instagram, on YouTube, somewhere to catch up, okay? Some of the songs that both groups did, SWV did Can We feature Missy Elliott. Xscape did Feel So Good. They also did, SWV did All Night Long. Xscape did What's Up. When You Cry, SWV. Candy did No Scrubs, and also played, what else did she play? She played my song, y'all. What's my song? Bills, Destiny's Child. Y'all know that we all are fans of Destiny's Child. And it was really great with this verse because I'm going to tell you the one thing we definitely said. We saw a mixture of like songs that they were featured on. Y'all know, if y'all did not know, I'm about to tell y'all, just as a reminder, Coco sung on the Men in Black theme song with Will Smith, okay? And she made it known. So if y'all weren't hip, y'all got hipped. Because, man, oh my gosh. I'm so speechless just thinking about the battle because I was literally in the bed just watching. I was like literally over here in the bed just like really enjoying the sounds of the 90s. And one thing that Nikki Gilbert did tweet on Twitter after the fact of the battle was celebration. It wasn't a battle, it was a celebration. Y'all got to get that battle thing out y'all head because it's verses. Y'all think battle. But anyway, after the verse celebration, she said that one thing about the 90s was that there was artist development. Artist development is one of those things that are very rare in today's time, right? So I personally love the fact that back then that was definitely one thing that you had to be on top of, from the labels to the management to all that. When we spoke to Taj last week on IG Live, which was so dope. If you guys did not catch the IG Live that I did with Taj last week, go to my Instagram at David Duane. We did an interview with Taj. I was not expecting it to be right for the Versa battle. I didn't even know we were doing the interview with her until the day of. So we did the interview last Wednesday. We also are rescheduling our interview with Latasha Scott from Xscape. So make sure that you guys stay tuned, because when I drop that new date for us to do the interview, don't be surprised, because y'all saw me post it before, but y'all got to know that we working on getting it rescheduled. But it was just an amazing celebration just to see both groups, SWV doing Rain and Weak, Who Can I Run To, and Understanding, Xscape. I mean, whew, shit. Shit. Y'all were typing it up in the chat. Y'all saw me acting a fool. I personally have said in that moment, if you see me and you know me, don't say nothing to me, because I am not atting nobody. And then I was cutting up with certain songs. Some I need to understanding from X, Y, and Z. And then what was it? My Little Secret. I was, listen. I was acting a fool. Y'all. So I know y'all saw me, so forgive me for going crazy the way that I did. But man, it was so dope. I'm completely speechless, but it was amazing. So if you guys don't know SWV and Xscape's catalog, you guys need to go check out their catalog. All you youngins that are watching the show, and all you people that are my age that don't know their music either, catch up. Two of the best R&B groups ever. Female R&B groups ever. SWV Xscape. Fucking phenomenal. And listen, we got some entertainment news, but I want to make sure we got all my news popped up right here and here and here and stuff like that. First of all, J. Cole dropped his new song, Interlude, last week, just ahead of the new project, The Off Season, dropping this Friday. Listen, we have all been waiting for J. Cole to drop new music, but guess what? This is the week of the week that we get a full body project. J. Cole fans, Dreamville supporters, fans, are we ready for this project? Because I know y'all are. I don't even need y'all to answer me. I'm ready for this project because I love Cole. Cole is one of my favorite rappers aside from Drake and like Wale and Puff and Biggie. Biggie is one of my all-time favorite rappers. So Cole is definitely my boy Jermaine, because me and Jermaine, we friends, first of all. He is definitely in that top 5, top 10 category for favorite rappers. I'm looking forward to this project on Friday. We're going to talk about it next week, and I'm going to tell y'all all my favorites next week when I get a chance to listen to the project. Speaking of rappers, Pop Smoke's manager, Rico Beats, announced that there will be another project from the late rapper that will be coming soon. He took on Instagram, I see and hear everything and keep everything cool. No worries, payback around the corner. He said, Pop Smoke new album loading. And then Steven Victor confirmed with a spicy pepper emoji under it to confirm that this album is coming. Listen, I freaking think that Pop Smoke would have been super, super, super amazing. And he is leading, if you guys did not watch my entertainment news from last week, he is leading in the Billboard Awards nomination for the most nominations. So that is going to be incredible to hear more music. I love the fact that his estate is really keeping the momentum going with his music and just putting it out there, because one thing's for sure, when your life is cut short, it doesn't mean that your legacy has to end whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to this project and everything that's been going on. So our girl Sweetie did a new interview with W Magazine, and she said that her goal is to make $100 million. Okay, she showed the reporter her phone where it had $900 million, and she said, "I have goals." In quarantine, I did a lot of mood boards. I had mood boards of fashion, music, and lifestyle. Lifestyle would be what kind of cars I have, what kind of house I want, when I want to have kids, if I want to be a fashion girl, how far do I want to go with that? Right, is what she says. Then she goes on to say, if I want to be successful, I have to be detailed in my life. So she says, I want $900 million. I look at Rihanna, I look at Kylie, I look at all these girls who are working in the world like I am. I'm kind of average out of money, but out of all these women I admire, 900 million is the number. So if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, 900 million, go girl. And listen, Sweetie is doing her damn thing. We are here for everything that she is all about. She's getting ready to drop her album, Pretty Girl Music, this summer, that we have all been waiting for, the debut album, because she's been giving us EP projects, stuff like that. Again, EP projects, not full albums, because you guys don't be knowing music. So I gotta let y'all know. So that's incredible. You gotta set goals in life. And listen, I'm here for 100% that Sweetie can do it. Now, our boy Justin Bieber is getting ready to go on tour. Now, you guys know that he announced that he was going on the Justice Tour this year, but due to COVID, he had to push the tour back to deal with all the restrictions. And now that the tour is set to have 52 cities, it is going to kick off in February in San Diego. Shout out to our boy Nick DeMora, who is Justin Bieber's creative and choreographer. Shout out to my bro. I mean, they've been killing it. They've been killing it since the pandemic started, with these virtual performances, the Triller, to the videos, to the award shows. I mean, oh my gosh, they just kill it. And Justin's been doing the damn thing with releasing this music. So I'm looking forward to the tour. Nick, if you're watching this video, I need a ticket to like LA, Philly, New York. I'm coming for you. Coming for you, Nick. But they've been working really extremely hard. So this is going to be amazing to see Justin go on tour. And he's been doing a lot of things with T-Mobile. So they're presenting the tour as a sponsor. And speaking of shows, so that Broadway is opening back up in September. So all my Broadway lovers, yes, September 14th is the day that it's going down. Now, you guys are probably wondering, New York City is opening back up. But why do we have to wait? Well, you got to give time for the promoters and producers to promote. A lot of times what happens is in this business, people, we have to promote in advance. You guys always want us to drop things unexpectedly and everything else, but no, we need time to promote. We need lead time. We need 4 to 6 months. Sometimes we need 8. Sometimes we need a year to promote. That's why you see these world tours, they get announced so super early, from a year in advance, or 9 months, at the very least 8 months. And then it's boom. Once it happens, it's like, look, if y'all not there, y'all should have brought y'all tickets. But, Broadway is definitely opening back up. And it's about 30 shows that are currently planning to be on Broadway before the end of 2021. Woo! Now, do I get my chance to finally see SpongeBob on Broadway? Are we bringing SpongeBob back on Broadway? I know it's not kind of childish saying that. I've seen Lion King. But there were so many different shows that were going on before, the world just took an, oh my gosh. I still can't believe we are in this pandemic. But, however, the world is opening back up, you guys, and we are going to be living our best lives this summer, this fall, top of the first quarter of 2022. Can't nobody stop us. We just got to remember that we have to be safe. We have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and taking care of the ones around us that we love. Let's get into some other news. Look, I'm just kind of scrolling through. So our girl, Meg Thee Stallion. Now, y'all know we love the hottie. We love our hottie, Meg. She has got a brand new series called Off the Leash that is with Snapchat. Yes, Snapchat. Now, y'all know that she is just, even though she is taking a hiatus, look, she is still producing content for us. And also, did y'all know that Sway Lee has a series on Snapchat too? I've been watching both series and I absolutely love it. So the series is actually produced for Meg. It's produced by Will Smith's Westwood Media Company. and it's going to make up of celebrity interviews conducted by crybaby rapper and also some of her friends, and then their pets will join in on the fun. Wow. So does this mean that we're going to see my boy Partisan, Meg's Boo, and stuff like that? I hope, because Party has a dog by the name of 8. 8 is so damn cute. So we better see Party a part of this Off the Leash series, Meg Ross. Girl, we probably gonna see. And not only that, but the XX Tessashi's, I can never pronounce his name, but XXX estates will be selling unreleased songs as a NFTs. So all the songs that that were not released commercial wise, they will be releasing it as NFTs. So guys, you gotta, stay tuned to what the estates is going on. But I love the fact, once again, that these estates are keeping these brands of these artists and the legacies alive. They just announced, the estates of Prince just announced that they're going to be doing an Urban Decay collaboration. So that is going to be dope. I'm looking forward to this Urban Decay. First of all, y'all know that I keep a nice beat going on and stuff like that, but I love Urban Decay's Set and Spray. I actually use Urban Decay's Set and Spray to actually hold my foundation really good. So I'm looking forward to see what those color palettes look like with the Prince collaboration. It's going to be super, 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 super dope. I'm excited. But guys, that is entertainment news for tonight. Let's get into our interview with our girl, Laurieann Gibson. Now, Laurieann Gibson is a special friend to me. I've known Laurieann since I was a teenager. You guys, like, no joke at all. So this moment that I'm getting ready to share with you guys is absolutely so close and near and dear to my heart. Laurieann Gibson has been an extraordinaire creative director and choreographer for over 2 decades, working with Puff Daddy to Dana Decay to Day 26 to JoJo to Tamar Braxton to Lady Gaga to Nicki Minaj to so many dope people. And not only that, major artists, but she's working with a lot of independent artists right now. And during the pandemic, she took it upon herself to do artist development with talent. Like we were talking about artist development, like Nikki Gilbert tweeted. Artist development is something that Laurieann has been doing, and she's been true to it. Now, Dance with her brand new book, Dance Your Dance. She is going to be talking about that book with us and how she's been able to navigate through this industry as a female entrepreneur, choreographer, and creative director. So sit back, relax, and party on down. Not to the Xscape. I'm still in that Vezuz mood. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm in that Vezuz mood. But make sure that you guys just stay right here. We're about to get into this interview with Laurieann Gibson, and let us know what you think about the show, our interview with Vedo and Laurieann Gibson. But let's get into it right now. Laurieann Gibson, David Duane, and we'll be back.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Laurieann Gibson, and you're checking out the amazing David Duane.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane. In the place to be in right now, we've got my girl, the talented, the incredible Laurieann Gibson, joined with us today to talk about her book, Dance Your Dance. Now, if you guys don't have the book, I need you guys to get it, and we're going to talk about it. Laurieann, my friend, oh my goodness. It's so good to see your beautiful face.
So great to see your face. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you've been dancing your dance. And I think it's just awesome. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, I had to have you on my new show because I needed to, really connect with somebody who knew me from when I was a little kid, like back MySpace days during Making the Band. See, that's how far we go back. And they don't know that.
No, because sometimes, and I inspired in the book, but we're a perfect example of, training and sustaining. And a lot of that has to do with relationships and understanding that, yeah, we have known each other for a long time and we continue to inspire each other. And so I'm really great that your fans can see that relationship is key.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you meet someone and the purpose of that meeting comes into play later in the journey. Yeah.
Yeah, because ask me if I knew that this was exactly going to be my journey today. No, but it's all about dancing your dance. So let me ask you, when you first, got into this business, even just being a kid, right? What was that? What was that age where you knew for sure that your passion was dance and you were going to be this amazing woman that you are today?
I always believed that I was born to dance. I was born dancing. And that's true for me. And the one thing I realized was that the feeling I had when I danced, the feeling of my dream, and I talk about it in the book. And the reason why I talk about it is because when it seems really tough or like your dream is not possible, you have to hang on to the feeling of that dream. And that will sustain you through the challenges. So, is there an age where I realized I wanted to dance for the rest of my life? No, because I understood very early that that passion I felt when I was dancing told me that that was who I was. And that's why we talk about 8 steps to unleash your passion. Because the dream is in the passion, the purpose is in the passion, and the sustainability is in the passion. When you wake up and you think about your dream and you love that feeling, you want to do it, you're happiest doing it, you have the most joy. That's the passion. That is your dream. And when you connect with that, you're able to face any adversity as a result of that.
Wow, well said. And I love the fact that you talked about just the aspect of going to sleep and waking up and knowing that feeling that you get inside from your passion, it continues to live and continues to live on and through narrative. I know that you've always been big about narrative. So when it came to working with talent and then also you being a talent and being an entrepreneur as well too, was there ever a moment where you had to shift the narrative within your own brand?
I think for me, it's step 4 that I talk about staying in your yes. So, in staying in my yes, yes, there were shifts, but those shifts helped to define me, helped to create perseverance, and helped me to understand that I would need to sustain certain things in order to live my dream. So, when I faced a challenge, I always stayed in my yes, even if it was a no. I didn't get a job, and would it feel like I wasn't good enough? Or I talk about the one time that I was late when we were filming Malcolm X and I got fired and I thought my world was over. But then I realized what I needed to do to always be on point.
Yeah.
So every time you face some challenges, I talk about staying in your yes, even if it means a no to someone else or it feels like a no. It's really redirecting you to become exactly who you need to be.
Yeah. And I talk to a lot of my listeners and even my followers on social media all the time that you have to take that no as not right now. Because if you train your mind in that sense to say, you know what, this is not happening for the moment, but this can happen. Let me stay in my yes, let me stay in my purpose, let me stay authentic to my true self. I will shine through and make things happen.
Exactly. You will dance your dance, and that's it. And I see you shining bright, and you get it. And the thing is, it's hard for some people. They'll say to me, "That seems so easy for you." And I'm like, but it wasn't.
Was it?
That's why I wrote the book. It's not autobiographical, but I do tell you about situations where I was curled up in a ball, where I did feel like I was fighting someone else's version of me, where I was overcoming those insecurities, where I felt ugly, where I felt like I wasn't good enough, where I didn't get a job and I felt that that meant I wasn't good. I talk about those things so that you can understand that I was there and I fought through it. So, yes, there will be fights, but the narrative should change, like you're saying. Understanding how to stay in your yes will get you to your yes, even if it's somebody else's no.
Mhm. And I'm glad that you mentioned fight because there's a lot of fight that happens in this entertainment industry that a lot of people do not understand. They see our great photo shoot pictures, they see the great accomplishments, but there's a lot of hard work that goes behind it. But you as a creative director, a choreographer, I mean, you have a lot of different hats that you wear. Speaking of hats, that hat today, love it.
Shout out to Brandon Green. He's amazing. My stylist, my image consultant, one of my children in the house. So yeah, he's very special. But thank you. I will let him know that you like it.
Yeah, Tom, I need one. But those challenges that you've overcome with being in that creative space, how difficult would you say that sometimes that can be, and how easy that can be? Because like I said, online that can get it misconceived that it's always easy.
I think that's what's so amazing about the book and the title, Dance Your Dance, right? Um, Not everybody has to fight the same fight.
Right.
My fight was
Everybody's
intense.
different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my fight was intense because of what I had to sustain in order to carry what I need to carry where I'm going, where my dream is leading me. And so I like to encourage people to dance their dance because I don't want to project my fight or your fight onto anyone else. But the reality of the process is important to inspire young visionaries to embrace and accept so that if they're in a fight, they know how to fight back and fight hard because what they know is that it will produce the next level. It will get them to the next step. So, the most important thing about that conversation in the book is that there will be a fight. For some, it'll be harder, but everybody has a fight. And if you can embrace that fight, the encouraging thing is that you will not only get through it, but you will be the version of yourself that you need to be in order to sustain the dream. So I've taken the opportunity to change the narrative with the book. You know, like you say, everybody just talks about when they get there or the celebrity or the record style, but I'm here to inspire the process.
Right.
The process is sexy. It's what should be celebrated. Not
Exactly.
everybody has to have the same dance. So for me, I just represent the option to that conversation.
And the process. I love, oh, you just keep touching every key point that I want to talk about today. The process that is happening that we're seeing now in music. Artist development is not heavily focused on, but you are always, you're working with new artists, even artists that are, a part of this workshop that you've been putting together for the last couple months, which I've been loving seeing that over the quarantine. Cause I'm like, listen, it is amazing to see young creatives continue to push forward with their dreams, especially during these times. And I know it's hard as hell. We know it's hard, y'all, but the fact of seeing it is very inspiring.
Yeah, it's good because it's a different mirror. You know, every day you wake up and you see people post the perfect picture or you put a filter on. So the mirroring, it's just like always trying to get you to compare or always feel like your life isn't great or you're not there yet. But the reality of it is, I believe there's power in the process. I'm not afraid of the process and to share that because the perfecting is in the process. And what it does is it creates the best version of yourself. So I challenge people to enjoy the process because you can never get that back. Once it's your time to shine, you can never get that back. And if you don't put as much dedication into the process and into you becoming, when it's time to be, you will be riveted with uncertainties and fear and insecurities. And these are the elements that drive anxiety. But when you welcome the process and you don't feel less than as a result of the process, you're able to build what you need to sustain the dream. And there won't be a need to feel insecure if someone doesn't like your record or
Right.
they think you look ugly or whatever. You're like, listen, that's your opinion, but I'm saying
I
it my
mean, I'm still
best and
trying.
I know I'm swirling because I just went through 5 years of preparing for my record to drop or writing the best record I could possibly write. So I don't even need your opinion because I understand that it is lining up with everything that I am, and I'm okay with that.
Right. And even what you said, it is a process to put out great art,
Yeah.
actual artistry. It's so quick online that people don't want to take the time. They're like, oh, I got this song, it bops, it goes, it grooves. Let me just throw it out there. They don't even know staging when they do these live stream shows, Lori.
That's right. And they're just walking, which unfortunately, if that's what you like to do, then okay, there's no judgment. But the option to that is understanding the process so that when you drop your record, you can actually create an experience for your fan base. And this is what produces icons. This is what produces people that can sell out arenas or do big 500,000, shows, 100,000 arenas. It's because they went through a process to sustain the experience. Your show should reflect your music live. And these are the shoulders we stand on. These are the great artists that had taken the time to enjoy their process so that they could create an experience for their music. And when you create an experience, then you're unstoppable. People will connect to your why, to the fact that you stayed in your yes. How does that artist make me feel? How did that show make me feel? That's what I'm investing in. Yeah, you can post an Instagram, drop a record, but it has a very short lifespan when there's no intention behind it, when there's no feeling behind it, when there's no why should I go back, click and watch your video again? Why should I go back and download this record again? Why should I tell my friends to buy this record? If you haven't created an experience for me to be emotionally connected to.
That is so true. It has to be an experience with everything, anything that we do, whether it's from a book to music to movies to a podcast to anything. You got to give people experience, something where they can take away and say, you know what? That's amazing. I love what Laurieann did. I love what David did. I love what Puff did. I love what this person did and this person did because they gave me an experience. They gave me something that I can always look forward to when I invest in this because it makes me happy and it makes me feel good.
That's right. And that's the gift of entertainment. And that's the gift of the entrepreneurial spirit when you create a business, whether it's a sandwich shop or a burger stand. I love the burger. I love the experience. I want to go back and eat there every day. So, again, this is what is connected to your dream. And step one, dare to dream. And it's risky. And that's why I use the word dare because I want you to know I understand that it feels crazy when you go, Laurieann, my dream feels bigger than my reality. Yes, I believe if I can speak to your dream, I can speak to your circumstance. And when you hang on to the feeling of that dream, it's going to get you to where you envision yourself to be.
Absolutely. And I've got to ask you, what is your thoughts on the R&B and the hip hop culture now today? And some of these great artists that are doing the amazing things, not the ones that are sounding a little crazy, but the ones that are really making a name for themselves, like SZA, like Her, um, Daniel Caesar, all of those amazing guys and girls.
I'm so excited. And the only thing I want to encourage them again is dance their dance. There's still another level to R&B music that we're missing out. And I think we're about to go into a season where we recognize that we need to develop our artists more. We need to give them a moment to become the record, to understand how to be the experience. It's separate than your personal life. So I think there is a conversation that's necessary and that's happening where a lot of artists that are out right now and are doing well still aren't performing as well as they need to. It is another level to your artistry that will allow you to sustain albums to come.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited about the generation of artists that are coming behind them. And I'm working with a lot, and you're
Yes,
one of
you
them.
are.
They are in search of a bigger impact. The industry has a lot of noise. It's a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're faced with how do you stand out? And that is about dancing your dance and staying in your yes and training to sustain the ability to stand out amongst so many with the experience that you will create.
That's right. And there's a lot of yes-agans too.
Rolling.
I need them to get out of my way.
The yes-agans, stay away from the yes-agans. They will tell you yes when they know they should tell you no, but they just tell you yes because they want to ride your coattails. And they know when you say, oh, I want to like set myself on fire for shock value, the yes-agans will be like, yes, it's a great idea. And you're like, really? You're about to...
You think that's going to work? Amazing. Well, Laurieann, listen, I always love speaking with you. Congratulations on everything that you've been doing. Like, I'm so proud of you. And I can't wait for us to see each other in person when this crazy nonsense is all over.
I look forward to it. Stay in your yes. You're killing it. You're slaying it. All the dragons, all the dream killers. Most importantly, stay in your yes. Dance your dance, because I see big things. I know they're coming. I think that your perseverance will ultimately provide you with the platform to do what you love to do as you're doing it now. So just continue to dance your dance. Thank you for checking in with Mother and helping me promote my book.
Always. And I've got to ask you this question before we go.
Okay.
When you think about the amazing woman that you are through personal to your professional career, what would you say exemplified you as a woman?
I think my heart. I lead with my heart. I lead with my passion, and I'll go to battle for that any day.
That's a good one. Because you have an amazing heart, and you've always had that.
Thank you.
Of course.
I want to make the world dance, honey.
And you are.
Okay.
And I still remember the first time when we met and you were like, oh my goodness, you're so handsome in person. And I think about that so many different times randomly in life when I just need that boost of energy. Because it took me a long time to really live my true dance. But I would say, Laurie, it's because of you and that encouragement that I remember you saying to me.
You're going to make me cry, because that's why I wrote this book. And that's how my gift works. And I'm so glad that we connected so that you could be a testament of what I do and why I do it. But that's why I wrote the book, because I wanted to be able to not just touch people through my artist, but touch people directly. So thank you.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's show. I want to shout out to Laurieann Gibson and Vedo. Thank y'all so much for the amazing conversations that we had. Like, listen, you guys, I know you guys were feeling the show. I saw y'all comments. I saw all the social media interaction that y'all were doing, and I saw just the excitement, first of all, before we even got to the episode earlier in the day. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Next week, we are going to have, who we got next week? We got Titus Megan and Ajian on with us. Now, if you guys don't know who Titus Megan is, he is an amazing actor, singer, the whole 9 yards. And our girl Ajian is an amazing R&B songstress. And look, they so damn dope. I can't wait for y'all to see these interviews next week. So make sure that y'all keep it locked. Don't miss us every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in that 7 Pacific Time, right here on Air with David Duane. Make sure that y'all continue to stay safe, have an amazing week, and be blessed. And we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.